Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
Money longer, shout out bros and keep my eyes in the sky, cause that's where I'm moving. Say they wanna read my mind.
Before we get into the actual content, I have to mention this video sponsors SeatGeek, one of the most valuable apps out there for people like us basketball lovers, because of how simple, easy, and convenient it is to purchase tickets to watch your favorite team and player play. They use a 0 to 10 rating on each ticket so you can know if you're getting a good or bad deal. Red being good, of course, and
stupid.
Well, I said that backwards. Green being good, of course, and red being bad. And before you actually buy your tickets, you can get a preview of what your seat will look like and what type of view you're gonna get of the game. To make this thing even sweeter for you, you can use my promo code MOJO99 for $20 off of your first purchase. I'm gonna leave links in the description and maybe in the comment section so you can go ahead and do your thing. So let's get on to the reason why you clicked this video. California is one of the most beautiful, sought-after places in the United States. It is the most populated state in America. The weather, vibe, and business opportunities out there are a big part of the reason why it is so populated. California is the only state in America that has 4 different NBA organizations. The most known and popular are, of course, the Lakers and Warriors. Then it goes to the Sacramento Kings, and lastly, the Los Angeles Clippers. You see, out of the entire family, the Lakers, Warriors, Kings, and Clippers, the Clippers have been the least successful out of all of them. Not to be rude or anything like that, but it's damn near the truth. They are relevant, alright? Don't get me wrong, but out of the 4, they are probably the most irrelevant because of the lack of success this organization has experienced in the past. Have y'all ever watched Family Guy? What type of question is that? Everybody's seen Family Guy. Yeah, some of you guys are from different countries, so if you don't know what Family Guy is, it's basically a show, a cartoon show, keeping up with the daily adventures of this family. The main character, of course, is Peter Griffin, the dad, and then there's Lois, the mom. Dewey is the kid, the baby out of the group, and the 2 other teens are Brian and Megan. All of these characters are beloved and they get a lot of spotlight and shine. Except for Megan. No one cares about Megan that much. Or even bother to check up what she has going on in her life. So out of all the teams in California, the Clippers are viewed as Megan in this situation. They share very similar roles. The Lakers, Kings, and Warriors are all interesting and have something going on at all times. They're a huge family. And as we speak right now, the Warriors are the father of the group. Because they are and have been running this show these past few years. Then the Lakers are viewed as Lois, and the Kings are Brian and Stu. And then there's the other one no one really cares about, Meg Griffin, or in this case, the Los Angeles Clippers. During the CP3, Blake, and DJ era, that was viewed as their prime years. The combination of these 3 guys gave their organization the most success their team has ever seen in their history. They made the playoffs for 6 straight years, and for 3 of those years, they made it into the 2nd round of the postseason. Sad? Yes, it is pretty sad that the most success that they've ever seen was the 2nd round of the playoffs. Do realize though that their limited playoff success was hindered by injuries. Multiple horribly timed injuries from 2 of their best players, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. That and also the lack of depth was their Achilles heel. It seemed like they could never escape from those 2 things. Blake and CP3 were never there at the same time, while Doc, DeAndre, JJ, and Jamal were in dire need of their assistance. And the 1 year when they are together healthy, they blow a 3-1 lead to the Houston Rockets. So, random side note, Chris Paul can blow a 3-1 lead to the team he lost to and not get any slander, but when Kevin Durant do it, he get all the slander. I'm not a fan of Kevin Durant. I'm just saying, keep that same energy. They blow a 3-1 lead to the Rockets and let their first possible conference finals appearance slip away from their hands. After that happened, that was honestly the last real chance of winning that they ever had. That is the CP3 and Blake era in a nutshell. As we speak right now, they're a year removed from Blake Griffin and 2 years just about removed from CP3. Very dry, shallow, and stiff. They were basically forced to keep keep the same nucleus and core for that entire time period because of how trapped, locked in, and stiff their salary cap situation looked like at the time. They weren't allowed to make any major moves or acquire any kind of quality wing player. They could not afford it at the time because of Blake, CP, and DeAndre's major bag. But the 2017 offseason is when everything changes.
So I want to come back to the Clippers. How hard are they working to keep you?
You know what I was talking about, like the culture of our team, and
I've never seen him so frustrated basketball-wise. What's the big differentiator? The team?
and it's a combination of team and the culture. Only thing that could keep me here would be life.
Reaction to Chris Paul agreeing to a sign-in trade to the Rockets.
I'm excited to introduce Chris Paul to the Rockets family.
The end has begun to approach, and it approached quite quickly. During the 2017 offseason, we all witnessed the first step of the Clippers' evolution as a whole. And it started out with Chris Paul and the old wise man, Jerry West. Out with the old, in with the new. Damn, I don't really think that makes sense because, you know, Jerry is himself is super old and ain't nothing new about him. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to get at, alright? As one all-time great left, they received another at the same time. In the past, I made an entire video covering Jerry West and just how great this man is. This old man right here has left an enormous impact around the entire league. Shaq and Kobe three-peat, he was a huge part of that. The Warriors' quick emergence to one of the greatest teams of all time, he was a major key to their success too. Y'all do realize that back in the day, the Warriors nearly ruined what they had going on. They wanted to trade away Klay Thompson for, at the time, star power forward Kevin Love. Why didn't they trade away Klay Thompson? Because of Jerry West. He did not want to go through with this because of how nicely he complimented Steph Curry. Y'all do know who did the talking and had a heavy influence in KD when he was interested in the Warriors? Jerry West. I could go on and on and on about all the great things this man has done in his past, but you know, I don't want to make this video any longer because I bet you it was long as hell already. So sit down, enjoy, eat your little snacks or whatever, and indulge. Back to the topic. This 80-year-old senior citizen has the Midas touch. Anywhere he goes, he creates gold. His mere presence and aura has left an insane impact wherever he steps foot. The Clippers got this man here and they hired him as a consultant. Nothing but positive for the most part happened once they did that. The Clippers began to start moving in the right direction. He bamboozled Blake Griffin. As tough as it might sound, he finessed him. But hey, it's a business at the end of the day. Anyways, he bamboozled Blake and got him to sign a huge contract extension, only to see how well the Clippers could play without CP. And for the most part, you know, the Clippers played actually well. And since CP was gone, they were able to round out their roster and add more depth around Blake. But deep down inside, to Jerry West and everyone else who is a realist, that team being run by Blake still wasn't even good enough to make a serious run for a championship. And here's where things get tough. At the same time, they weren't even bad enough to become a lottery team and luck up on a top draft pick. They were mediocre with Blake, and the sad truth is that as long as Blake remained on their roster, they would stay that way. They had no real future, so they moved him.
Are you shocked to be traded when you found out you were traded? And if so, how long does it kind of take you to get over that sort of thing or get used to the fact that you leave LA and you come to Detroit?
Yeah, shocked is a good way to put it. I didn't know anything.
If Jerry West and the rest of their front office didn't agree to make that decision, then they would not be able to make drastic moves. But now that they traded Blake Griffin away, they got a first rounder and Tobias Harris. Oh, and Avery Bradley, that man is ass. They got cap relief by letting go of Blake and his massive contract. There was no longer any tension or stiffness. The Los Angeles Clippers, for the first time in a very long time, were flexible and had freedom. Freedom to do whatever whatever they wanted to do in the future. And what makes this pot even sweeter are the two players that the Clippers basically got back from the Pistons. Tobias Harris, as I spewed out in my last video, he is an all-star this year and is a very versatile modern day 4 or 3. Is he a better player than Blake Griffin? No. If Blake Griffin was on their roster still, he would be the best player. But don't get it twisted, Tobias Harris is by far the more versatile player. Okay, let me reword that. He may not be like on the court skill-wise the most versatile player, but like contract wise, he is the most versatile player out of the two. Oh, and the first rounder that they got from the Pistons, since they didn't make the playoffs, ended up being a lottery pick, of course. And with one of their lottery picks, since you know they didn't make the playoffs themselves, they selected this dude right here. Alright, check me out. I'm sort of interrupting the video. Now trust me, I'm not going to be making any bold statements or claims or anything like that. My mouth is I'm not making any of that. You guys can throw out your comparisons and stuff like that, but not me. Not me today. I'm not getting exposed. How come I am the only one who realizes this? Back in the 1996 NBA draft, Jerry West was the one who traded for Kobe, who was originally selected by the Hornets. And fast forwarding to now, the Los Angeles Clippers did almost a similar move. They traded for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because the Hornets originally selected him, just like Kobe Bryant back when Jerry West was a Laker. Weird coincidence, I ain't gonna lie. And by the way, I'm not saying that Shai is the next Kobe Bryant. Chill out, relax. He's not. He's definitely not the next Kobe Bryant. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is really nice though. He's had just about as good of a season as any other rookie not named DeAndre Ayton and Luka Doncic. Shai has a really good chance of becoming something special and one of the best guards out of this draft because of his length and his IQ. I feel like if the Clippers never made the move to go out and get Jerry West to be a part of this organization and have him help make vital decisions for this organization, they would certainly not be in this good of a position. The Clippers completely evolved and are no longer involved in any nasty contracts. No more chokehold, no more tension, no nothing. They're free to do whatever they want in the future because of the 1-year and rookie deals they have on their roster. They are in one of the most attractive destinations in the league for any star player in the up and coming free agent class. They already have a great mixture of vets, young guys, and all-star caliber players. So due to them being so attractive as an organization right now, there is a legitimate chance that some of the top players in the world, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, or maybe even Kawhi Leonard, signs with the Clippers this offseason. They're just a star player away from becoming serious contenders. They went from being extremely mediocre and limited in the West to now being one of the most sought after free agent destinations in just 1 year. And as for their trade partners, the Detroit Pistons, y'all some idiots, I'm sorry. They're now the ones in a chokehold, and there's a lot of tension going on within that team right now. Not because of Blake Griffin, the player, he's arguably having an MVP type year. But you know, just like the Clippers a few years back, they're in a chokehold right now because of his contract and others surrounding him too. Andre Drummond is getting that bag, and so is trash Reggie Jackson. And even though Blake is putting up monster numbers right now, there is not much that the Pistons can do to help this man out and give him more talent. That was going to be the Los Angeles Clippers, but it's not, thanks to that 80-year-old senior citizen Jerry West. He played a big part in evolving this team in just a year with his mere presence. Now that and this is what you call greatness. This is the end of the video, man. Let me know what you guys think. I really do appreciate you for spending your precious time on this channel and taking time out of your day to watch my face talk about basketball. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Make sure you leave a like, share this video with all your other friends across the internet, in person, and everything. But you know, until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, so my girl, who'd ever